And from the ashes of their woes, we'll build a better one!
Get the fuck out of here.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna be doing this for a minute. Let's do a quick review of this so I can go. I got stuff to do. So I saw the X-Men Apocalypse movie last weekend. It came out early for me. Well, I had an early screening. Don't ask me why. I got my ways. Now, I'm gonna say. Here's my thoughts on it. If you saw my intro, I guess you say I'm not too pleased with the film. Do I hate the film? No. I think the film itself, it's good. It's not bad like a Batman v Superman bad, which I will probably do a re-review of that film again down the road because I saw it multiple times and I gotta be quite honest with you, it's a bad film. It's actually a hard film to watch and to really engage yourself into. The difference between X-Men Apocalypse is at least this film, not only is the color, the bright is a little bit more color you can see, it's just a better edited film. But then again, you have Bryan Singer, who's been doing this for multiple years, who's a fantastic director, fantastic guy who could get these shots well in, where Zack Snyder, he's a visual director. A visual director is not a good director. It's okay director, but let's be realistic here. He's not a great director. But that's comparing these two movies. What I did not like about it. Now I'm gonna say the four things: Storm, Psylocke, Jubilee, Jean Grey. I thought the woman in here, the main female characters of the X-Men, were handled poorly. Especially Storm and Psylocke. They barely had lines in the film. Psylocke had 4 lines. Storm maybe had about 4 or 5, but they barely talked. Believe it or not, Halle Berry had more lines in the first film than her character Storm than this Storm did, which I've seen the actress Alexa, I think her name Alexander Ship, I believe, or Ship, I could be wrong. She's a good actress. She can go with it. Again, they're doing that accent with her, which I don't think you should do. I think Storm is from, Africa, but still I think that accent, they should have just dealt with that away. But then again, they do get Storm from Africa, so we'll see. The next film. The next part. Psylocke. She barely did anything in this film. Even though Olivia Munn looked good in the costume, she looked good at times, but she didn't do nothing. She brought no substance to the show. Towards the end, you see her, and you'll say to yourself, "Oh, they might use her again." I kind of hope not. I wasn't a big fan of her character, and to be quite honest with you, I didn't really like her character. I really didn't. Matter of fact, I know she did an interview where she said, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to be cast for Deadpool, but I didn't want to be a girlfriend." Well, to be quite honest with you, you should have did that over this, because at least you would have had dialogue. You would have spoke, and I probably would have liked your character. In times about 2, you would have got a buku money for the sequel. But that's just me. Now, moving on from that, let's move on to Jubilee. Had nothing to say. She had no lines, and it's kind of sad because if you're a Jubilee fan, those are mostly the fans from the X-Men anime series. You thought she was not needed in the series. She really wasn't. The next film is going to take place in the 90s. And let's be realistic here, guys. The 90s is what a lot of fans got into with the X-Men in the animated series. So they're going to have to do that very well, just to let you know. And Jubilee better be handled a little bit better. I just thought her character was bland. She had nothing to do. Matter of fact, they cut a scene with Jubilee, Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Nightcrawler all going to the mall, and a lot of people said they should have added that scene in there. I don't know why Fox did that. That's my opinion. Now, moving on from that, Jean Grey. I did not like Sophie Turner's portrayal of Jean Grey, but again, she wasn't good. She was not good. I thought her lines were half-assed at times, but again, it might take me a while to grow into her with the character, but I thought she was terrible. There's times when you felt like she was phoning it in. And speaking about phoning it in, let me get off of her. Jennifer Lawrence, Mystique, she phoned this shit in, like straight up. Mystique was terrible. Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal of Mystique was terrible. You could tell she did not want to be there. She barely was Mystique throughout the whole damn film. She was more Jennifer Lawrence throughout the whole film. Not the Hunger Games Jennifer Lawrence, just Jennifer Lawrence in general. I was like, yeah. And I didn't really like how the fact that she became the leader of the team, and it's just, woof, woof. Now, moving from that, the story behind it, Apocalypse as a whole, as a character, as you see in the intro, I didn't really care for him. I thought Oscar Isaac did what he was told to do. He did a great job, but they should just do with CGI with the character. And oh yeah, spoiler alert: the scene you saw Apocalypse grow big. Yeah, it's just like a lot of people thought it was. It was a nightmare scene. Go figure. The first half of X-Men was good. Apocalypse was good. The second half was me. The third act was kind of like, yeah. And then the way Apocalypse was defeated was kind of half-ass hell. The way Archangel is killed is kind of like, what the fuck? And the way Magneto is like somewhat, I guess you could say, helps the X-Men defeat Apocalypse. Kind of like, just all of it was kind of like, just it wasn't handled well. I just didn't like it. That's just me. I'm not gonna spoil too much else. If I do, I'll get into that territory where I'll go on the video a little longer than expected. So my grade for this video, the grade for the film was 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. First half was good. The second half was it's a film worth watching. It's a film worth watching again. You know, a matter of fact, if you want a marathon, this trilogy, First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse, that's probably the best way of doing it. You will enjoy Days of Future Past a hell of a lot more. I thought this film was okay, but not great. You can tell that Matthew Vaughn really treated the script for the first Days of Future Past. You could tell that Matthew Vaughn did Days of Future Past a hell of a lot better. The script with Matthew Vaughn, he did with Days of Future Past. And you could tell that Bryan Singer and the guys who worked on this one didn't really do good. You could just tell that. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Let me know down below if you saw X-Men Apocalypse. Did you enjoy it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? As always, peace. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.